Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Catty Crypto here. So it's been a really explosive day, so to speak. If we go over to the price of, LUNACLASSIC right now, we've run up by around, if you go from the, one of the most recent highs, it's around 32.45%, going up to the tip, it's 35%. And this is likely due to the volume kicking up on Binance and other places like that due to the news. And the news was that Binance is going to be, by the looks of it, implementing the 1.2% burn tax. And this is made in a statement not on their official Twitter, which is really interesting to see. They haven't done that yet. But on the website, you can go in and see it in announcements. And they do link in the 3568 and 4095 to, as references. So it really does look like they're going to be implementing it because they're incorporating the V21 or so V21 and V22 are the same thing, folks. It's just TFL made a slight change and then it was re-merged after Ed agrees because they agree by merging it, and you can't name the new update V21 again. It has to then go to V22. So they're both the same. Doesn't matter if you see V21 or V22. It's totally both the same. So like I said, it really does look to seem, and everything's pointing in the correct direction to say they are going to be executing the 1.2% burn tax. It could even be more. And people are saying, could they do it now? And could they do it before staking returns and we actually get the 1.2% burn tax in that time? Could it happen before? Well, yeah, crazier things have happened. Throughout all of this time, we never would have thought TFL would get involved, merge the code, and be where we are now. So crazier things have happened. So just be aware that anything could happen now, and just so many good things are happening. And there's a lot of people that have been worried about Orion money not voting yet, and the confirmation is they have upgraded. Okay, so that puts us way past 66%. It's like 70 something percent. I don't really care past the 66% because we've done it at this point. V21/V22 is going to live, staking is going to return, the burn tax is going to come on chain, and it looks like we're going to get it off chain too. And then it's really onwards and upwards and always looking to the future, trying to get utility back, trying to get retail involved, and it's all just one upward movement. And we've remained huddled. We're showing and setting an example and saying we can do this. We're a community, we know what we're doing, we have a dev team that listens to us, and it's just been always just, we've never hit a hurdle and failed at that hurdle, and we've always pushed past it and got past it. And it's really interesting as well to see everything that's happening right now, the price shooting up, and the hot wallet has jumped up by around nearly 20 billion tokens. So it's very interesting to see all of these things happening during these times, because if these are users' coins, it would explain that we're the price pump we're seeing and the FOMO possibly that we're seeing. But at the same time, we should see realistically a lot of these coins, right, move now from this wallet to the individual Terra Station wallets people are going to move to want to stake, because you can really get the most from staking when you do it on chain. So it kind of makes sense, doesn't it, for a lot of this to kind of, move now off back onto the actual blockchain itself. But who knows? There may be better ways that you can stake on Binance that I don't know about. And because I don't actually have a Binance account, I don't really use it because it's a bit awkward here in the UK for putting fiat on, so to speak. So yeah, really interesting how everything is unfolding around us. And if you've been with us from the start of this, going way back to the capitulation and just how we first started, and what we dedicated ourselves to was revitalizing LUNACLASSIC. And you folks know who've been here from the beginning, the reason why I was born was because of the sheer fact no one was covering it. No one was providing any positive movement towards it. And I always sat there and I'm like, why are these people not helping? And if you remember, I always used to say this, I just don't understand why they're not helping. And as I've become more developed and more understanding in the position I am and realize it's money. It's all about following what's trending, following what's hot and what's not. And that's just the way it goes, I guess, for influencers. But the way it's going to roll for me is I'm always here to keep pushing the chain. And now we've got to this position where we're at, we really can start making use of all of the great things that we have in our hand. Now, we're going to move over to Wrapped Lunar. Why are we going to move over to Wrapped Lunar, and why is it important for all Wrapped Lunars to kind of understand what's going on? The Terra shuttle system is being shut down, okay? They're setting the sun on it completely. The Terra shuttle is pretty much the Ethereum bridge, okay? Wrapped Lunar is just Luna wrapped in Ethereum. So my not financial advice is, and this is my opinion, I had some Wrapped Lunar and I've unwrapped it and got it back into Luna, because it's going to be super awkward to do it once this shuttle's all shut down and they set the sun on it. But at the same time, like I've stated in my previous video, this can be fixed. If they hand this over to the correct developers over at TFL, at TR, like Zardar, Ed, Alex, people like that, then I'm sure they could fix it, tweak the gas fees and get it all ready and sorted. And when the merge happens, it will be even better, because gas fees are supposed to be very, very minimal. And there are ways to get gas fees down. I myself have learned recently how to get £8 gas fee down to around 35 pence. You just need to know what you're doing. And I'm going to actually do a video on this soon. I think I'm going to put it up as a YouTube short of just how to get cheap gas fees. Totally legit, not clickbait. And yeah, it's another one of those things, isn't it, really? We've always stayed true to what we set out to, which was not being bought out, not associating with people for money, not charging people money for my help and to help show their projects and stuff like that. And I know a lot of you are wondering about what's happening with Starship, what's going on with Deploy Starship. If you didn't know, there's a situation that's been unfolding inside Deploy Starship. You wouldn't be the first person, and you're probably not going to be the last person. There's a video coming out probably later on tonight or tomorrow, depending on how this AMA times out with Zardar this evening. And yeah, it's not bad news, and there's good news. But it's just something that you're going to need to make a choice. Are you going to stick with the project now, or are you now going to grab a refund and move on and maybe look for something else? So we're going to be going all through it. We've got a direct statement from the person who actually created it all and is behind it all. Okay, so do look forward to that. If you are in the Starship community like myself, I bought some lands because I believe in the project. I was really excited to play a metaverse that was of such high detail, high specs, you know, running on Unreal Engine, planetary, not a flat piece of land. And so I myself was straight away, as soon as I found out about this, I was like, I have to get an update, I have to get answers, and we have to get routes for people and find out what's going on. So we do have an update. Stay with us, stay huddled, the movement's strong, and we will catch you in the next one, folks. And if you haven't subscribed here, consider subscribing. It really does help our reach. It helps me stay and do this, because doing this is not easy. It's a full-time job, but at the same time, it's not really hard. It's just you've got to put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and just really be on the ball at all times. So just subscribing, engaging and supporting us really does help us out, folks. So do stay safe out there. Beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me, and we'll catch you in the next one.